Salute, comrades. This is Behind the Walls Talk with your founder, William McCallum, and I thank you for visiting this domain. I'm here to give you an insight into the minds and hearts of those incarcerated that have been deemed voiceless. Well, this is where their voice and stories will be told for those of you who are concerned with human beings that are in prison for the mistakes they have made and for some of the injustices that were committed against them. Resolutions for reform is the goal and objective looking to be attained. Now step into our world. Welcome to another episode of Behind the Walls Talk. I have a very special guest with me here today. This is my brother. This is my comrade. I salute this brother, man. He's very intelligent, very smart, man, and very enlightening. And all y'all out there, y'all going to hear this brother's story, and you're going to hear what this brother has to say. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce my brother, Cherry. Tell the listeners, my brother, what's your name and where are you from?
What's good, bro? My name is Caliph Cherry. I'm from Whiteville, North Carolina.
Okay. What were you charged with? How much time did they give you, my brother?
Man, I was charged with capital murder. I had capital murder, kidnapping, robbery with a dangerous weapon, and possession of firearm by felon. I stayed in the county for three years. I had the capital murder charge dropped to second degree. Everything else stayed the same. The kidnappings, the robbery, the possession of firearm by felon, everything else stayed the same.
This call is from a North Carolina correctional facility.
I was given a minimum sentence of 34 years.
That's a shame, man. Giving a brother 34 years like that, like a brother ain't got no second chance in life, man. Like a brother won't realize the mistakes that he made early on.
Yeah. It's the mistakes too. It's the mistakes, and then at the same time it's unjust sentencing as well. So I mean, both things played a part.
That's right. Could you elaborate on the unjust sentencing?
Well, when it comes to, I know Forsyth County in itself, a lot of times they're not really looking at the facts the way they should be. It's all about the conviction. You know what I'm saying? So whether it's fabricated evidence, whether it's people lying on their testimony, whether it's the district attorneys or the detectives coercing, people to lie or setting them up with other things and then forcing them to lie to save themselves. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. And then you have certain judges, you have certain judges. Go ahead.
Yeah, because their objective is just to advance their careers and everything. They don't care nothing about the human life that they put behind these walls.
Absolutely, very, 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 very inhumane. You more of a item, some type of stock. You know what I'm saying, for them in their eyes, for the most part. Not all, but most. That's
right. We do have some good ones out there, man, and I definitely salute them for the work that they put in and for the justices that they do put on the forefront and help brothers out, help brothers and sisters out with their convictions, help brothers and sisters out when they are unjustly convicted.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, most definitely. It's a lot of that.
So how long have you not been incarcerated?
I've been going out for 18 years and 3 months. 18 years and 3 months.
And what have your prison experiences been like?
Well, I mean, it's a little bit of everything, man. Coming in young, I came in around 22. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot that I didn't understand. It was a lot. This is a world within a world, So, you get caught up in many different things, from violence to from violence to positively, you know what I'm saying, as well. You know, you just try to find your way and navigate, you know what I'm saying, through the new system, you know what I'm saying, build new relationships and stuff like that. You deal with the same way you have oppression on the streets with officers, you have oppression within the prison with officers too. And then you have your good officers, you know what I'm saying, so to speak, you know, that helps you, you know, and or whatever. So I mean, it's been a little bit of both, man. You know, I've been on both sides. I've done lockup. I've, you know, been I got plenty of experiences with the gang activity, with, you know, the daily hand-to-hand miscellaneous, just breaking the rules, you know. But then at the same time, as you grow and you understand who you are, you know what I'm saying, as a man, and the direction that, you know, you're trying to go in life, you start making certain changes, you know what I'm saying. And so I've allowed myself to take classes, you know what I'm saying, a lot of self-help classes, trade classes, you know, and switch my circle up, you know what I'm saying, to deal with brothers that's in tune, you know, and trying to have something out of life. That's not allowing the circumstances to dictate their actions. You know what I'm saying?
This call is from a North Carolina correctional facility.
That's right. Hey, do you have any children?
Yeah. I have a son, man. I have one boy. I have one boy, 22 years old. We share the same name, Caliph. He's a junior in college right now.
Oh, he's a junior in college right now. What college you go to?
A&T. He's majoring in environmental science.
Okay, then that's what's up there, man. I salute that brother, man. I hope he does well. I hope he gonna be a very successful brother out in society, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. He looks like he's headed in that direction. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. How does having children while being incarcerated affect your time, though? How does it make you feel about being absent in his life physically, and what is it that you do to be there for him mentally and spiritually?
Man, children while incarcerated and how it affect my time, bro. That's a very, very, very deep question. I honestly can't put the right combination of words together to explain this to you in depth. When it comes to that part, all
This call is from a North Carolina correctional facility.
wanted to be present, that genuinely wanted to be present, you know what I'm saying, in their child's life can feel, you know. And it's a pain that I pray that less of us, you know, have to feel in the future, you know what I'm saying, due to making better, you know, choices and decisions in life, man.
That's right. Definitely right about that, bro.
You know, as far as like the mental support, spiritual support, things like that, I started with letters and occasional visits, you know. As he got older, it's moved to more phone calls and occasional visits.
That's right.
I also try to create and keep a space that allows him to feel comfortable, you know, comfortable enough to kind of like just tell me what's on his mind, you know. I let him know he can speak freely, you know, but respectfully at the same time, because you know how those, you know, young adults can be, you know what I'm saying, these days.
Yeah, I definitely know that.
Yeah, for sure. Spiritually, man, I just pray. I just pray, man. I just pray. I know God is real. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I pray, and I encourage him, you know, to do the same thing. So that's the gist of it. You know, I keep my son's name before God. You know, this whole parenting thing from behind the prison walls, I keep before God, because it has such a big impact on relationships. You know what I'm saying? That if you don't have something greater than your situation involved, it's going to crumble. So I definitely keep all of that before God.
That's right, bro. And on another note, do you have moral or mental support for someone in society? If so, who are they, and what would you like to say to them?
Yeah, I do. I have moral and mental support. I've actually been blessed. You know what I'm saying? To have several people that's been very supportive. Although there are only about 4 I want to give this moment to. No disrespect, you know what I'm saying, to any of the rest of them, but it's 4 that I want to give this moment to. The first 3, they move as a unit. They move as individuals, but they move as a unit also. And that's my mother, Shirley Paula, my aunt, Barbara Featherson, and the OG of the family, my grandmother, Hattie Roseboro.
That's right.
You know, from the very first day I came into this world, bro, like those 3 women has never given up on me, no matter the situation or circumstances. You know what I'm saying? It's been unconditional love throughout the entire time. And last, but definitely not least, it's my son's mom. My son's mom. The greatest mental support she's given me is how she stood up in my absence, you know, and made it happen for herself so they could make it happen for our son. You know, her hard work, discipline, and dedication allowed our son to start on second base in many ways. It's provided a level of comfort and safety for him that brought a great deal of mental peace in my life. Because, you know, that whole situation with him coming up, you know, without his father and stuff like that, you know what statistics say when it comes to things like that, you know, so with how she handled life in my absence and provided and opened doors, you know what I'm saying, for him, you know, I have to, you know, salute her, you know, and with the highest respect, you know, in regards to that, because that gave me a piece that
you have 60 seconds remaining.
That I definitely needed throughout this bid. So thanks to all of them, to all of them.
That's right. Hey, I applaud her too, man, because you know it takes a lot to raise a young boy up in this society right now. But we're gonna continue to elaborate on this here as soon as we get back.
Okay.
Behind the Walls Talk.
All right, that's it.
I'm back here with my brother Cherry again, man, and I'd like to elaborate on something that he was speaking about a while ago, man. I applaud my brother, and I salute my brother and everything for him saluting his baby mama, man, and realizing and recognizing the struggles and everything that our women go through raising our children. You know, because I know in today's society, even when we was growing up, it's hard for a mother raising a child, especially a young male, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know,
sure.
We could be hard-headed, we could be stubborn, we could be, you know what I'm saying, bull-minded, you know, feeling like we run the house, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it takes a lot. It takes a lot, man.
A whole lot. A whole lot, bro.
We have to salute our women and everything for, you know what I'm saying, being single mothers out there and raising our children out there, man. You know, we have to salute them on what they do.
This call is from a North Carolina correctional facility.
That's right.
The struggles that they
go through. Got to give it credit
by doing so.
Yeah.
Yo, and with that being said, what's your story on how you grew up as a youth? The experiences you've had, the traumas you may have endured, and what it was that may have led to your incarceration.
Well, I mean, my story. I mean, to be honest, man, my childhood was pretty decent. I played sports. You know, I took trips here and there. I did a couple summer camps. Overall,
this call is from a North Carolina correctional facility.
You know, overall love was shown. You know, as I got older, you know, you hit that phase of what we call, you know, when you smell your must. You know what I'm saying? That's when I became hard to manage. You know, when I started smelling my little must. You know, around my early teens and stuff like that.
That's right.
You know, the adult men, you know, they were working. You know, I come from a working family. The adult men was working. The younger men, in my family, they moved away, to start their own life or to go to college or whatever the case may be. So mainly, it was the women. I was surrounded by women, and they did all they could do. But once I started smelling my must, things got real. You know what I'm saying? I lived with my aunt and my grandmother for a while. It was more structure, you know what I'm saying, with them due to their position in life. They could afford to spend time enforcing rules and teaching, me certain things and stuff like that. But once I went back to my mom's house, all that was pretty much over with, not because she wasn't trying, or didn't want to. It was just her position in life didn't give her the time and energy to put in, what was required to manage a teenage male with my type of spirit. You know what I'm saying? And then I had 5 sisters. It was 6 of us. It was 6 of us in my mom's house. So, it's the girls. Not as in neglecting me, but it's like you a young man, you find your way. You know what I'm saying? You got to stand up and be, coming to yourself and take on certain responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? And just mature. So she had to really focus on the girls, and make sure they were straight. That gave me a lot of freedoms. You know what I'm saying? It gave me a lot of freedoms, and things started going from bad to worse. My mother worked hard though. She worked hard. She worked long hours. You know what I'm saying, to provide the little that we did have.
That's right.
So, now, she's in a pretty good position in life. She got a great husband. Shout out to them, real good guy. As far as my truck. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to get you to speak about like how was it that you got into the street life.
Okay, so I think that came from seeing certain things early on, for one. You know what I'm saying? Seeing certain things early on, hearing about, certain things my father was involved with, you know what I'm saying? Seeing other things in the neighborhood and stuff like that was very intriguing. So this kind of intertwines with my first real trauma, my first major trauma, and my introduction to the streets. I was about 13 years old, and me and my best friend, we was together. We caught a ride with some older guys. They were supposed to be taking us to this party or whatever, but we ended up stopping somewhere, and one of the guys that we was with, he ended up getting into an altercation, with somebody. That altercation made it over to where we was at. Me and my best friend was sitting in the back seat, and the guy that he was having an issue with, that guy pulled out a gun, a 9mm, pointed it at my head, pointed it at my best friend's head. You know what I'm saying? And that night changed me. You know what I'm saying? A large part of my innocence died that night. And after that, man, I was locked in. I was locked in. I knew for a fact I never wanted to be on that side of the gun again. You know what I'm saying? And I made sure of that. So then came the gang activity. You know what I'm saying? It came the gang activity. Then it came the hustling. You know what I'm saying? So it was a thing about putting in work. Putting in work. That's how you gain notoriety in these small towns and stuff like that, especially when you don't have a whole lot of money. You know what I'm saying? You put in work, your name ringing and stuff. So, that's what led to that. And I just started building on that, drugs and racing cars and, living a life that I really didn't have to live if I went in another direction, because it was everything in place for me to go in another direction and succeed. But that moment, that night, changed me when that guy put that gun in my head. Like, it was over after that. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's definitely the experiences that we have in life, man, that could possibly have it's a turning point.
This call is from a North Carolina correctional facility.
It's a turning point, and it could dictate your outcome. own life.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure,
You know what I'm saying?
for sure. Yeah,
So
absolutely.
let me ask you this right here. You know, because with your experiences that you had as a youth and everything, you know, and coming up in the street life and the experiences that you had that led you to the street life, what is it that you would like to say to the youth out there now that are being misled and find a life of crime intriguing?
This call is from a North Carolina correctional facility.
One thing I know that every young man and woman, you know what I'm saying, they gonna find their own way. You know, it's a journey that they have to take. You know, sometimes they gonna get on that crooked path. You know, and I understand that the life of crime, you know, it's what some people believe is all that's there for them to do. My hope and prayer is that, you know, those that haven't taken that crooked path yet, that they never do. You know, those that's on it, you know, they get off of it before they do some irreversible damage, you know what I'm saying, to their lives, or ruin the lives of someone else because of, you know, ignorance. And go ahead.
What about the ones that may have experienced that you experienced?
Well, yeah, that's trauma, you know, and I'm gonna get to that. Like it is kind of like, you know, with that is speak about it, talk about it. The first thing I should have done, I should have went to somebody and said something about it. I should have went to an elder and said something.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? To somebody and spoke about it. You know, the last thing you want to do is hold that stuff in and make your own decisions at such a young age as to how you should respond and be because of that type of trauma. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
You need guidance. So open your mouth and talk. Let it be known what you're feeling and what you're dealing with, you know?
That's right.
You know, because at the end of the day, you know, the life of crime it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? At the end, everything that come with it, it's not worth it. You lose. You know, you lose way more than you gain. Those the rappers and videos and stuff that people look at in their life, they be trying to emulate. 85% of those guys, they never live what they rap. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the streets, you know, most of the ones that did, they dealing with court cases now. You know what I'm saying? They or you know, those court cases that's probably going to ruin them if God forbid, or they in the graveyard. You know, it's a lot of rappers that's died because of, you know what I'm saying, those things or whatever. Very few make it out the game without prison or death being their fate. You know, and a dead man can't talk or enjoy anything. You know what I mean? And the 18 years that I've been in prison, bruh, I've never, ever ran across a man that said they wanted to be here. Never.
That's right.
So when you got death on one side and you have prison on the other side, it's lose-lose. Nobody in prison want to be here, and a dead man gets nothing. You see what I'm saying? So do something else. You know, go get you a degree, whether it's a bachelor's, associate's, or whatever. Go to trade school, get a trade. You know what I'm saying? And earn keeping life. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the fruits that come with life and liberty. You know, because, you know, the graveyard and a prison sentence is not it. It's not the way. It's not the way.
Yeah, I would like for the young brothers and sisters out there, man, to learn how to run a business. Learn how to start up a business.
Absolutely.
You know,
that's right.
It's very good in today's society and everything, man. You know, that's the big thing right now. You know, creating your own LLC. You know what I'm saying? Creating your own content. You know, even with the social media thing, you know, it's good to have a lot of followers and everything. So, you know, if you have something that's very intriguing to the nation, you know, put yourself out there, man. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be who you are. Don't try to be somebody else. Be who you are.
Yes. Be who you are. Be yourself. That's the realest thing you can do, man. The realest thing you can do. And being an entrepreneur, you put in 20, 30, 40, 50 years, man, working for somebody else, when you could put that same time in working for yourself, building your own thing. You know what I'm saying? So
that's right.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Mm-hmm. That's right, my brother. Hey, I want to take you on another note, man. Take you down a deeper road. Um,
Okay.
we deal with a lot in here and everything. You know what I'm saying? A lot of oppression, a lot of depression, and this is one of the things that depresses the most, and it's losing a loved one. So, have you had to deal with the death of a loved one, family, or friend? If so, who were they, and is there anything you would like to say about them or the impact they made in your life?
Certainly, man. I lost a lot of people since I've been away. Um, Close friends and family.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Ryan Sessions would be one
hold
very
that thought,
close
my
friend.
brother. Hold that
Okay.
thought, my brother. We're gonna get that right there. Behind the Walls Talk will continue with Caliph Cherry. Welcome back to the Behind the Walls Talk with my brother Caliph Cherry. I want to get back to that question, man, where I was asking you, have you had to deal with the death of any loved ones, family, or friends? If so, who are they? And is there anything you would like to say about them or the impact they make in your life?
Certainly. Ryan Sessions, childhood friend, classmate, Brandon Jenkins, and my dad, John Wesley Cherry. Ryan and Brandon, those guys had great hearts. They weren't perfect, but they had good hearts. They done a lot of good also. There were moments that they really displayed love and loyalty to our friendship. And I never forget those moments because things could have easily, been on a whole another time, but they stood solid on love and loyalty when it came to our friendship, and that meant everything, especially at that moment. So I will always remember them and have love for them and their families from here on. My dad and I, we didn't spend a whole lot of time together, but the time that we did spend together, it was very, very impactful, almost magical. You know what I'm saying? If I may say, the lessons that he taught me during those moments.
This call is from a North Carolina correctional facility.
Has they carried me and they got me through some tough situations. You know what I'm saying? So definitely Ryan Sessions, Brandon Jenkins, and my dad, John Wesley Cherry.
Hey, would you tell the listeners what a second chance means to you in society?
Oh yeah. A second chance. So a second chance to me, and I mean this with everything in me. A second chance to me means what Jesus means to a Christian.
That's right.
That's what a second chance means to me. What Jesus means to a Christian. Everything. It means everything to me. You know what I'm saying? And I work daily preparing myself for that second chance. That's to come. You know, I put the work in. Just as Christians put work in, you know, with their lifestyle to be acceptable and pleasing in the sight of the Lord. You know, I put the work in every day, you know, to change my way of thinking in a lot of areas, you know, to be a better person, you know, so I can be a productive member, you know, of society and have something worth giving, you know, to my peers and my elders, you know.
That's right. That's right, my brother. Hey, is there any last words you would like to share on Behind the Walls Talk?
Yeah. So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be clear with this, right?
Yeah.
this for the mentors, the counselors, the parents, all of the above that fall in that genre. Stop acting. Please stop acting. When you're dealing with these kids, when you're dealing with this youth, stop acting as if you don't have a past. Stop acting as if you didn't have unprotected sex, or you didn't have sex before marriage, or you didn't have children out of wedlock. Stop acting like you never used drugs or sold drugs or gotten drunk or been in fights or lied or cursed or stole or robbed or cheated. Stop acting as if you've never been hungry, you've never been lonely, discouraged, lacked faith, dealt with depression. Stop acting. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying to those. All of those things has had a major role in what's gotten you to be the great person that you are today. So share your experiences with the youth, you know what I'm saying, in a way that can give hope to them. Let them see that let them see that you really know from experience what they're dealing with. You know, just make yourself relatable. You know, that goes a long way, making yourself relatable. So stop acting and make yourself relatable. It's not going to hurt. It's only going to help. To everyone that's holding somebody down that's locked behind a wall, I know it can be hard sometimes, but your role in our life is much needed. You are a gift. You are a gift, and we may never.
This call is from a North Carolina correctional facility.
We may never be able to properly, you know, express our gratitude for you. But today, I'm telling you, I thank you I'm thanking you for everybody, you know, and I send my love and my peace and my blessings, you know what I'm saying, upon your life and your spirit, you know, and I hope prosperity come from the time that, you know, you put in, you know, with us behind these walls. I thank you. To you, Will, bro, you are one of a kind. We go way back. I remember everything from the talks, from you standing shoulder to shoulder with me when it's time to get it. You know what I'm saying? From building on positive literature, you know, everything, bro. I remember it all. You know, you've always been a good soldier. You've always been a good guy. You know what I'm saying? In my eyes, man. And I salute you and your wife for this platform y'all putting together. This is very, very therapeutic for me. So if it's therapeutic for me, anybody that you all are dealing with on this level is going to be therapeutic for them also. You know, because I really had to dig deep and think as you was asking these questions and what was going on. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of, you know, this was a therapy session in itself. So, you know, bro, I salute you. May God bless.
This call is from a North Carolina correctional facility.
May God bless you, and I'm forever saluting, you know, behind the walls talk.
Yes, thank you, my brother, man. This was a wonderful interview, man. I tell you, bro, you don't know how joyous this interview has been, man, especially with the rest of my day and how it's been. And, you know, we go through it behind these walls, my brother, you know.
Yes,
but, you know, we get through it, we fight through it, and we push on. And, you know, tomorrow comes after the dark, my brother. You know what I'm saying?
That's right, and we're going to do it with our chest out.
Man. That's right. And I thank you for joining me on Behind the Walls Talk, man. I promise you, my brother, we're going to definitely be out there in society once again. Hey, yo, everybody out there, man, contact your local leaders and your legislatures, man. And March the 6th is the deadline for the filing date for the bills to be passed. Make sure that you contact these local leaders and legislatures to help help get some bipartisan support, so therefore we can get these bills passed. So therefore, brothers like me, brothers like Cherry, and other brothers, these good brothers and everything, man, that I'll be interviewing, so we can come home soon, man, so we can be the pillars in our communities that y'all know y'all need. Please do this, man. Cause this is a good brother right here, man, and I salute this brother, and I'm gonna stand beside this brother one day out there in society, and I can't wait till that day come, man. I promise you, I can't wait till that day come, man. Hey, I love you, my brother, and thank you for joining Behind the Walls Talk, bro. Peace.
Salute, bro. Love you back. Peace.